escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your master of ceremonies, and I am joined by 4 mystifying players. Zach Brass.
That's me. I'm Zach. I'm going to be playing Celeste today.
Shut the fuck up.
Dom Brass.
Hey, I'm Dom. I'll be playing Bobby the werewolf.
Nate Brass.
What's up, Internet? Are you ready for an adventure? Hi, I'm Nate, and today I'll be playing Chris Lopez, the wizard. Pew pew!
And Tyler Knittle.
I'm Tyler. I just woke up. Sorry.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, a Powered by the Apocalypse game published by Magpie Games. I'm relieved that everybody else seems to be on the top of their game today, because I gotta be honest with you guys, I am not performing at 100% right now.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh. So what you're saying is that I'm going to have to carry the show today.
Yeah. You guys are going to need to carry the show because I'm a little hobbled. I'm playing injured today.
Yeah, we do know how important your stride technique is during recording.
Oh, it's very big.
Yeah, if you're not able to make full comfortable strides, we can't even hear you.
Well, so I was, out walking yesterday, and the sidewalks were totally clear. Like the snow had melted, everything was fine.
So you tripped on nothing is what you're telling us.
And I must have found the one patch of ice that was still there. And I full on wiped out, fell on my face on the sidewalk yesterday.
Ouch.
Twisted my ankle pretty bad, and it was my podcasting ankle. So
No,
okay.
no,
Yeah.
buddy.
How are you holding
Your
up the mic?
podcasting ankle? Shut up. What? Sorry.
I'm bandaged. I'm on a lot of heavy painkillers. And you know what? I couldn't cancel the show. I knew I had to, get in my uniform and show up and be ready to play. And, I'm going to leave it out all on the field today. I'm not going to give less than I have. Okay?
Well, you know what, Mike? While we're making excuses as to why this episode is gonna be ass, I would just like to point out that I'm sick. And so I apologize, listeners. If I sound like ass, blame Tyler. He's supposed to fix it in post.
So I'm hobbled. Nate is sick. Tyler is very sleepy. So, Dom, Zach, this is really going to be you guys pulling the rest of us up.
Big Bobby Celeste up.
Ezra and Dale. No, I'm sorry. Ezra and Bobby.
Do you guys feel you're capable for this?
Well, he just got the names of the characters wrong, so I think we'll be okay.
That's the Zach special.
We're in great hands, guys.
Oh, man.
I didn't have to look. I just remembered that I got it wrong.
That counts for something, doesn't it? But yeah, because I'm injured, I haven't prepared I can't even think of it. I can't even
Intro?
Yeah, an intro. Thank you.
Oh
Dom,
my gosh.
I need to tag you in here. I need you to get out there, score us some points, and give us a banner topic.
Oh, a banter topic.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Short one.
A short
3,
one.
2, 1, go.
Okay, what do you think is the ideal height for a person?
Probably like 5'8".
5'8", you think?
Yeah, I think you're tall enough to get through most things, but you're not too tall that small things bother you.
Okay, but is that ideal?
I mean, that might be ideal. I don't know.
I think in a perfect world, everyone would be 6'3".
But if everyone was 6'3", it would be the same as if everyone was 5 foot.
I know. Hear me out. 6'3" is kind of like
Too tall for a lot of things we've built.
Assuming a certain degree of athleticism, which I'm not trying to imply everyone would have if everyone were 6'3", but that's sort of like the minimum height to dunk a basketball.
But don't you think if 6'3" was the average, they would just make baskets taller?
No, because here's the thing. First off, 6'3" is probably over the average in the NBA or around it.
No, that's sort of like minimum height. I mean, there are some subs.
Or that's what
6'3".
I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I meant everybody was at least 6'3". I'm sorry.
Oh,
not
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, so first off, they already have that. Second, like, no, because we're talking about, like, if everybody was the same height, well, we would want, if everyone was the same height, for some people to be able to dunk a ball.
I don't think if everyone were 6'3", that everyone would be able to dunk, but everyone would have the opportunity to dunk.
Absolutely not. There's tons of people who are 6'3" right now who can't dunk.
My point being, what I think matters here is that I'm 5'5" on a good day. Okay,
Nice.
like,
Let's fucking go, dude.
What about a bad day?
What if it's cloudy out?
We don't talk about bad days.
even if I were in absolutely perfect shape, there is not a reality in which I would ever be able to dunk a basketball. Okay, and my wingspan, don't even get me started.
You can
But
lower the basket, you know.
that doesn't count, Tyler.
But it wouldn't be impressive if everyone was 6'3". That's what I'm saying. I think they would have higher baskets because we want to see people we view as superhuman. That's what sports are for.
Right. But what I'm saying is they're all already taller than that, right?
Is because compared to the average, we see a someone dunk and we're like, whoa, I couldn't do that. That's cool. That's what makes it cool. My inability.
Nah, that's crazy. I bet I could do it if I tried hard enough.
No, you couldn't. You would break both ankles one try.
Yeah, but like... it's true.
I gotta hand it to you, Dom. That was a good question to pull out of your ass.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I got it because you guys were talking about short. I'm like, let's talk about a height then.
You guys ready to play?
Absolutely.
Previously on Urban Shadows, Bobby, Ezra, Cris, and Dale had to work their way out of the standoff between multiple factions, where everyone wanted something different. The gang wanted Josh King dead. Barkhan was willing to provide that if they would do a little sand. Azrael wanted to stop Barkhan from further influencing his servants, forbidding Ezra from participating in the deal. And the Phantasma crime family wanted some sort of compensation for the attack on their speakeasy. After some tense negotiations, Dale patched things up with the Phantasmas. Bobby, Dale, and Ezra's friend Barb took some sand, and Cris put a bullet through Josh's head. With one problem solved, the only thing left to do is follow through with the rest of Bobby's plan to use Josh's body to disrupt a show. But Cris let him know she isn't happy about this. And elsewhere in Vegas, federal agent Ryan Arizona prepares for what's about to happen.
So where do we want to start? Ryan, Arizona?
No, not quite yet, but we'll get to him in just a second.
Man, we're just really eager to be cops, aren't we? Aren't those boots delicious?
I did not forget, and the thing I did not forget is the thing that we have forgotten for the first 15 episodes of this show, which is...
What? You're telling me that we forgot to do something?
That in Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, in a typical home game where, you're playing these multi-hour sessions of a game, at the end of each session, there is supposed to be something that happens. And because we play in hour-and-a-half chunks, we haven't been doing that. But now is as good a time as ever. So I would like you guys to visualize your characters, okay? Preparing to go to the Purple Guys show. You are getting in your vehicles. You are, starting to drive towards the strip. And a lot of stuff has happened, and your characters are looking back on what has brought them to this point. And, each of you are going to have your own chance to do a brief little flashback to whatever your character thinks is the most significant thing that they have been a part of. At the end of every session, decide if you've grown closer to a circle you engaged with that session. So basically up to this point in the series. Getting closer doesn't necessarily mean becoming friendlier with them. That is getting a better or newer understanding of a circle, whether your relationship with them has become better or worse. You are going to increase your score in that circle and decrease your score in a different circle. So as you guys are reflecting on your stories so far, who wants to go first in how your relationships and understanding with the different factions of Vegas has changed?
Don't all jump at once. I think Cris has grown closer to the Wild Circle.
For sure.
And in, my relationships with the Fae and whatnot. And I think I lost a little bit more of my Mortalis side. I don't think Cris has done a good job of connecting to the human side of her nature and is just sinking deeper and deeper into shit.
Yeah, I think that makes a ton of sense. Is there one moment in particular that Cris is reflecting on that stands out to her to represent these changes?
With Mortalis, it's almost like a lack of anything, like a lack of trying to understand what this group is trying to do, not really hanging out with Dale, and just I've kind of brought Dale into this, at least from Christina's point of view, in order to help keep my humanity, and I feel like I'm just causing him to lose his instead of doing what I meant.
For sure. So go ahead and increase your wild score by 1 and decrease your mortalis score by 1.
And this is my rating, correct? Or my status?
Not your status, your rating. In addition, while you guys are thinking about this, you're also going to be thinking about any debts that you may have incurred or that you may have gained over the course of the story so far that we haven't necessarily called out on the show. So do you think that anything has happened to Cris that would have changed any of her standing either way with regards to debts?
I let some schmuck move into my house. And so I think said schmuck probably owes me a debt.
Yeah, well, if we find Leon, we'll definitely be sure to know that he owes you a debt.
Dude, he's talking about you, man.
I ain't letting Leon move in.
I absolutely think that Ezra owes Cris a debt for letting him crash after the situation at Ezra's place. So you guys go ahead and mark that.
All right, you mark that because you keep track of debts I owe you, not the other way around. Ezra's going to forget about that.
Classic.
What about Ezra? Does Ezra feel like there's been any change in his relationships and understanding with these circles in the city?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that he's probably grown a little closer to Mortalis and further away from Wild.
Interesting. Tell me, like, what Ezra is thinking in regards to that. What stands out that makes him feel that way?
He's been spending a lot of time around Dale and Barb, and, like, he keeps on pissing off his boss.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. maybe you're realizing that you don't understand Azrael as well as you thought you did.
Yeah, I thought he didn't really care what I did, but he keeps on getting really mad when I keep on not doing what he says, so...
So go ahead, increase your Mortalis rating by 1, decrease your Wild rating by 1. And how about any debts? Do you feel like there's any new debts in regards to Ezra?
Well, I can't remember if we called it out, but I probably owe Barb one for taking the sand.
Yeah, that was definitely implied, and I agree with you that you are going to owe Barb a debt for what she did for you.
I guess that's it. I mean, I guess, maybe Bobby sort of owes me a little bit for letting him trash my apartment in the sake of his crazy plan.
What?
I think that's pretty valid, because one of the ways for gaining a debt is overlooking a harm that someone has caused you. And yeah, you lost your home because of Bobby's plan. So definitely, Bobby owes Ezra a debt for that.
Okay, cool.
Bobby, talk to me.
Bobby's still doing a lot of setup. As far as folks I've been interacting with, Night with the vampire people. And beyond that, the only thing that comes to mind is Power.
You only have to come up with one that you know.
I'm going to go with Night then.
Yeah, you feel like Bobby's getting in deeper with Night as he's had these interactions with the vampires.
And he's probably getting further away from Mortalis or anything resembling a normal human life.
Yeah, I think that totally sounds right. So go ahead, increase your Night rating by 1, subtract your Mortalis rating by 1. And how about debts?
Oh, debts. The only one that came to mind as far as not calling it out was I got Ezra's apartment destroyed. So I think we kind of got that covered.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, very good. And last but not least, our old buddy Dale.
Dale's really fucking up with Mortalis.
Oh, no.
It's not even a contest.
Yeah, I mean, missing work, your relationship with Hannah, Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like he's getting in deeper with any particular circle?
I would say power, to contradict Nate, because I actually feel like I have been spending a lot of time with Christina. Sorry, folks, just woke up.
I think we've spent time together. I just feel like I've dragged you more into power than you've dragged me into
for
Mortalis,
sure.
which makes sense. I agree with you.
Yeah, we've spent a fair amount of one-on-one time together. Plus, I got this agent dude, Ryan Arizona, coming in. I talked with someone with the government. Dale don't just do that.
What? Dale's not into that. I actually think that's poor role playing, and you should lose experience.
I think that's fair.
You lose a move.
Very good.
Just take one away. I don't care which.
Dale's rating in power goes up by 1, and Mortalis goes down by 1. Any debts for Dale?
Well, I'll say this. If you'll remember, my character sheet lays out some specific mortal relationships. I missed work, and I think my demanding boss who calls me into work at inconvenient times probably has a debt over me.
Yeah, been taking maybe a little too much sick time to deal with all this stuff that's happening. Sure.
So if you want to push the free drama button at any time, that's the free drama button at any time.
Oh,
Why couldn't you just be a normal tow truck driver?
It's a long story, like 15 episodes long by now.
Nice.
so last thing in regards to this end of session stuff is that you guys can also mark any of the 2 circles that were involved in those changes for your character as part of your circle advancement. Anybody fill their 4th circle on that?
Yes, that was my 4th, baby.
So you will get a circle advancement, Zach.
Totally. I think I'm going to take a move from another archetype, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until it comes up.
Love it. Very good. And then you will clear your circles so you can mark them again.
I have also filled my circle.
Ooh, very good. You will also get to choose a circle advancement.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a new aware move called In Sheep's Clothing. When you mislead, distract, or trick someone you've previously shared a moment of intimacy with, roll for heart instead of mind.
Whoa, you're like a wolf now.
Speaking of like a wolf, let's jump over to our good buddy Ryan Arizona. Ryan Arizona, standing in a break room in front of an evidence board, shuffling around some sheets of papers. Sitting in front of him, we see our old friends, Beat Cops, Crumb Cake and Myers.
It looks like this case just got a whole lot weirder.
And Las Vegas's best 2 cops are on it, partner.
Anytime, partner.
And sitting right next to them are 2 other Vegas Sheriff Department beat cops.
What the fuck?
Dom, Zach, tell me about your cops.
I'm a really jaded old cop that's seen it all.
And I'm a young up-and-comer who really wants to make a difference in this town.
Shut up, rookie.
You really missed the slam dunk of being a rebel who's a loose cannon who's one mistake from losing his badge and gun.
You can be a rookie who's one mistake away from losing his badge.
He's a really loose cannon. He's already one mistake away.
Yeah.
And you know how cops are. We don't like to fire people.
What are your officers' names?
Officer Rude. Jared Rude.
Nice. Officer Valorant. Donnie Valorant.
So Crumbcake, Myers, Rude, and Valorant are sitting around this room, sipping coffee, eating donuts, as Arizona is finishing up preparing. And he clears his throat. Attention, officers. First of all, I would like to thank you for being here. Each and every one of you was personally chosen by the sheriff himself to be involved in this task force. I know that you are the best of the best, because that is exactly what I have requested. Because, gentlemen, we are after someone extremely dangerous.
Let's go stop those bad guys.
Aw, jeez.
If you ask for the best of the best, then what's the rookie doing here?
Sheriff's just probably trying to bungle the thing.
Listen, fellas, listen. I appreciate the passion, but we need to curb this infighting, you hear me? Because we're after someone, the likes of which you've never seen before. And Arizona turns around and he writes in like big block letters at the top of the evidence board, "The Beast."
Sounds like someone's missing their beauty.
Dude, ew.
This is what the Bureau calls the person we're after. And I assure you, it is not a nom de plume given frivolously.
You're using too many big words. I only have a high school diploma.
I can't totally follow, but are you saying we have to fight the Antichrist?
What? No, dude. It's just like a super dangerous guy. Listen. And he slaps a photo on the evidence board. And we, the audience, recognize this as Donnie, the sand dealer. This man was a low-level drug dealer here in Vegas. He was attacked by the Beast. He came to us and made a deal. He provided information in exchange for his safety. And he puts another picture up on the wall that shows the injuries that were left on Donnie's body.
Good God, I thought I'd seen it all.
That's some nasty work. But honestly, it sounds like he was just taking out the trash.
Officer Rude, I cannot have that kind of talk in this task force, okay? Sure, Donnie was a dealer, peddling some new designer drug that's making its way across the city. But this kind of vigilante action, I assure you, this is not justice. And he puts two more pictures on the evidence board. That of Fady and the Goon. These are two more victims of the Beast. People that Donnie was working with. Both killed at this man's apartment. A picture of Ezra goes up on the evidence board. A picture taken from one of the casinos in which Ezra is banned.
Ugh. Well, there's nothing illegal about going to a banned casino. They just kick you out.
No, yeah, but they keep photo documentation of
totally.
who they ban.
Yeah.
This man is named Ezra Fontaine. This is the same man who Donnie told us came to visit him in the hospital, along with an unidentified woman who threatened him, told him to keep his mouth shut. That very same day is when Fady and his associate were murdered in Ezra's apartment building.
So you're saying that to be our best guest, is Ezra Fontaine.
Oh my god.
We do believe at the Bureau that he is an associate of the Beast. They're probably best friends.
Oh, jeez.
Are we sure he's not the Beast himself?
We're sure this is not who Donnie identified. And we have good intel that while Ezra is an associate, he is not the Beast himself. There's one more person of interest. And he looks down at his last remaining file, and he looks a little hesitant, but then he puts it on the board. And it is a picture of Dale Tillman.
Who's this schmuck?
This is Dale Tillman. I believe that he knows the true identity of the Beast. But I don't think he's been directly involved in the Beast's crimes. I think he's a good man, but he doesn't trust authority, government, or the police.
One of those.
If we want to bring the Beast down, I think Dale Tillman is our best bet to do so. But we're gonna need to win him over to our side. The side of the good guys.
Hell yeah.
Just leave it to me, boss. I can join anyone by tugging on their heartstrings and making them realize that they've been missing something their whole life. I can convince anyone to join the good side.
All right, rookie, keep it down.
Watch out, Valorant. You don't want to tug without consent.
He's still a rookie. He's not learned yet.
It's okay, Rook. We've all been there. Now, gentlemen, I have very good reason to believe that the Beast, Fontaine, and Tillman will be at tonight's performance of the Purple Guys affiliation.
I love those guys.
They're great.
I love those
Everyone
guys.
knows they're great.
Big fans of percussion or something?
It's really about the performance, honestly.
No, not
even
you
just the
guys. I
music.
mean the Beast. Like, why is he gonna show up at the show?
Probably some kind of a terrorist attack.
Unclear. Other than possibly, I don't know all of the Beast's motivations. But I do know that wherever he seems to go, people get hurt or killed. And I will not allow that to happen at the Purple Guys show.
How dare they attack the sanctity?
Gentlemen, I know that I am asking a lot of you. This is going to be dangerous work. So if anyone doesn't feel that they are capable of going toe-to-toe with the Beast, the door's right there. I won't think any less of you.
What, you think this is my first serial killer?
I ain't afraid of nothing.
I ask you one final time, officers. Are you with me? Are you with the Anti-Beast Task Force?
I was born ready.
That is such a kick-ass name, sir.
I know. And from there, we will cut back to Bobby, Ezra, Cris, and Dale on their way to the Purple Guys show.
Mike, I thought you hadn't seen Death Note.
Right?
What are you talking about?
That was a literal plot beat from Death Note.
Everything's an anime reference. Everything. All of culture.
Yeah, it's a plot point in a lot of things. But yes, I also thought Death Note.
was
so,
funny.
but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Mike.
I am trying so hard to contain my rage right now.
I'm so sorry.
Grr! Backwards
so sorry,
writing.
man.
Grr!
I know.
You weebs.
Mike, I think you'd really like Death Note.
I absolutely would not.
All right, I get it. You won't try green eggs and ham.
God.
This is not a conversation for this podcast. I could literally go off right now.
I know. God, no.
As you guys are headed to the show, this was something I was looking up today. It just so happens that the group that I've based the Purple Guys off of performs at the Luxor Hotel and Casino.
Of course they do.
Oh my God.
So you guys once again are heading back on the strip. You arrive at the Egyptian-themed casino with a giant pyramid and a sphinx and oodles of tourists going in and out. I'm really just going to turn it over to you guys right now. You've got a body that you need to somehow use to stop the show. What do you do?
Time out real quick. Dom, just remember, we're tripping balls right now.
That's true.
That is true.
So
That is
factor that
true.
in, please.
Which also does mean that, like, on any roll, like, while you guys are under the effects of sand, you can add a +1 to it. So keep that in mind.
It's like super acid.
So, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Sorry. I spaced out for a second there. I figure let's get some, maybe we could like steal some drums.
What?
Just real quick. Like,
What?
you know, we're here. No, what? What do you mean, what?
I mean,
Sorry.
what? Why do we need to steal drums?
Are we trying to perform? I could get into that, but I think they'll arrest us before then.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I was-
like a cartoon.
Okay, Bobby, real quick. So we killed someone so that you could do some fancy art exhibit to stop this show. Why do we need to steal drums as well?
Oh, it just would, you know, make it look good. Like, we can just use also we could put the body in there, you know? It goes with the performance.
He
Right?
does have a good point. We could hide the body in a drum.
Then how do people know it's there?
So it bursts out of the drum during the performance.
How do we make it burst?
Don't you have magic?
Cut a hole through it. But yeah, I was really hoping you could do some cool magic. That'd be wild. That sounds like a yes. Yes. Okay. So we just need a drum,
What's
right?
going on?
And if we can get some paint is good because they love their paint. So it'd be a cool commentary. I definitely have some spray paint, so we can throw some tags on stuff too. That's good. Speaking of tags, actually, I think the first thing I would like to do while I'm here is I would like to use my ability Mark of the Beast to mark up the Luxor. So when you mark a building with your signs or sigils, roll with spirit, and on hit, you lay claim to the location for the next few days.
Why is Bobby just peeing on a building?
No, but definitely he does a tag when he does it.
Let's pause for like 1 second here, Dom.
What does that even mean, by the way?
Right.
Lay claim to the building.
Because
somebody owns the Luxor.
yeah.
Well, I'm not owning it. Like, that's not what lay claim to it means.
Hold on. Because this is a game where in order to do something mechanically, you have to do it narratively. And, like, Bobby is just going to start spray painting, like, one of the biggest casinos in the city, just in the middle of, like, the evening.
I was gonna try to find a sneaky spot to do it, but
Like this is just a situation where if you want to do something, you need to paint me a picture of like what that means. We don't need to like go into every nitty gritty detail, but sometimes like I just need like some level of understanding of what your character is actually doing in the world, because this does seem like something that would be crazy to just do.
Yeah, you could also literally like just go, I don't know, tag like the bathroom or something.
I was thinking of that because I've just literally not been able to use this ability at all.
I feel like narratively we're getting ahead of ourselves. You guys are in the parking lot. You have got Josh dead in a trunk. You guys have to
Yes.
get
him into the Luxor.
Yeah, you guys need to get into a position where Bobby is going to be able to do the thing that he wants to do.
Yes, no, we're just kind of giving some thoughts on how he could go about that because, yeah. Okay, so let's start in the parking lot. So we, decided, I guess, that we want a drum now, unless somebody has a really big backpack, like one of those military duffel bags.
But here's the thing, guys. It's a venue. There's likely going to be drums in there.
I know, that was where I was going next.
Okay.
So what we could do is try and steal a drum. That's one of their drums or something. I don't know.
I thought that was
Sneak in
entirely
there.
the plan with the drums. I'm still not entirely for this drum plan. But,
and then
let's
we
do
cut
it.
a hole in the drum and then hide the body in there and then use some magic, I guess, to shoot the fucking body out of the drum during the performance.
I mean, it makes sense to me, but like, I don't know. You guys don't sound convinced.
I think it's a pretty reasonable plan. If you guys can tell me what you are doing to try and get the drum.
Hey, can we like wear like casino worker costumes and try and infiltrate?
I mean, Dale was going to throw on his overalls, walk in with his kit, grab like a custodial cart that I could fit a couple of people on it, like a laundry bag for room service. Just throw a blanket over you guys, walk you right in, because Ezra's banned.
Oh, there you go. Because I was gonna suggest that Ezra and I knock out some bellhops or get them really high or something and steal their outfits, but your thing probably is a little bit easier.
Yeah, we don't need a body count this close, and plus I got a +1 to a roll.
So Dale is in his overalls. Where are you trying to enter? Front door, service entrance? What's the plan?
I'm going to walk through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk up to like the reception area pretty much, or like guest services.
Hi, good evening, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah. So this is kind of embarrassing.
Oh fuck, he's high. I forgot.
It's my first day. I'm sorry. I'm just a little nervous. I forgot my employee keys. I'm with maintenance. Can you just let me in, please?
Oh dear. Usually I'd be happy to, but we actually just got orders today from management that we have to do everything extremely by the book today. You don't have your employee ID with you?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just.
What's the name of your manager? I can give them a call.
I forgot. I'm just new here. I'm bad with faces and names.
Oh, do you have their phone number or email address or Who were you talking to coordinate your first day?
Please, I need this job. I can't mess up on the first day.
I understand. I need this job too. I have to do what management tells me.
Management don't have to know. Solidarity of the working class, sister.
I'm gonna need some kind of move here, Dale.
This is persuade an NPC for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you persuade an NPC with seduction, promises, or threats, roll with heart. I would say seduction here. On a hit, they see your point. I mean, I'm not promising anything or threatening them. And, I'm putting on the Riz here.
Yeah. Turn up the charm just a little bit for me, Dale. Just
I
for
feel
fun.
like I was quite charming. But on a hit, they see your point and do as you ask. On a 7 to 9, they counter your offer, demand payment, a debt, a favor, resource before agreeing to follow through. If you invoke a debt with the NPC before you roll, add +3 to your total, max 4. I have a +1 from doing sand.
Yeah, is this what you want to use it on?
Oh yeah, this is a big roll. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so go ahead and roll with heart and add your +1 from sand.
So that's a +3 to this, guys. I like our odds. All right, 12. Let's go.
Let's freaking
I'm so fucking
go.
charismatic when I'm fucked up.
The woman at the guest services, she closes her eyes. Okay. Here, and she pulls from her desk a basic access key card, like sort of a generic employee one, and she says, "You can use this, but you have to bring it back as soon as you're done, and look, they're taking things super seriously tonight. Just be careful, don't get in trouble, don't get me in trouble."
You have my word. I'm so sorry. You've been so kind. What's your name?
My name? What's my name?
Yes, your name. I'm Dave.
She blushes.
Oh my god.
No one's ever asked me my name before.
Shut the fuck
Does
up.
she have a name tag?
No one's ever asked me my name before.
It's a sad existence.
She does have a name tag, which is probably why no one's ever asked her name.
Well, that name tag just looks like really cool hieroglyphics right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever tried to read while hallucinating, but it's really hard.
I'm Gloria.
Gloria, what a beautiful name for such a beautiful woman. I won't forget this.
Oh, Dale, stop. Go, shoo. And she bats you away with the access card.
Don't worry, I'll bring it back.
So what do you do next, Dale?
Dale's gonna go through, I guess, the back door to the employee area, do a quick look around, and just stand still for a moment with his arms a little outstretched so he can do some deep breathing and try to get his shit together. Come on, Dale. We got a job to do.
Yeah, Dale. I think as a native Las Vegas resident, you would have a basic understanding that most of the hotels have the employee areas, and the way for them to get around the hotel quickly is largely through the basement. There's a large sub-basement area. So I think you find the first descending staircase that you can, and you are able to move pretty quickly and find
A laundry basket. One of those big canvas ones on wheels.
Yeah, exactly. Like a big cart with like house cleaning supplies and stuff like that. And you are able to get one of those, start moving around, finding your way down here. I think you guys have less than an hour until the show actually starts. And as you are sort of checking in on the time and maybe shooting the rest of them a text to provide updates, you are able to find like a storage area for the various shows and performances that take place in the Luxor. And within that area, you certainly find several large drums.
Man, I'm good at this. I'm gonna look for like a service store, like for deliveries or something.
Yeah, and as you start like following signs to a service area, like a loading dock area,
Yeah.
you notice that there's a lot of security guards milling about. Walking around the basement area, earpieces in, and just going about their day. They don't seem to pay too much attention to you, but the closer you get to the loading bay, you see more of them, and you see some uniformed beat cops as well. And it just seems like there's a lot of presence going on here. You know what I mean?
I imagine Dale's wearing a baseball cap of some sort. He's going to pull it over his face a little bit and keep his head down, but also, giggling a little bit here and there.
Yeah. I would like Dale to roll to keep your cool as all of this is happening. And that is a roll with spirit.
Okay. I only got a +1 in that. Here goes nothing. 13 double sixes, bitch.
Oh my god! What?
Oh wow!
What?
Wow! He kept his cool so good. This is college. Those college years are paying off.
And so, despite the increased security and police presence, you were able to just wheel this drum out of the loading bay, and the guards that are here don't do more than just like a cursory look at you and your identification, the security card that Gloria gave you, and you are out into the parking lot with the drum, and you see the rest of the group waiting.
Dale used to regular a lot of Pink Floyd cover band shows while on drugs, so he's used to trying to act normal.
Easy as pie, gang. Dale still got it.
Killed it, Dale.
Dale,
Yes!
did you really just pull that off?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so we'll just put him in the drum.
Okay, how do we do that? Is that can we just move past that? Like, how do you...
We've removed the drum head, put Josh in the drum, put the drum head back on, and tension it. There. Fuck all of you.
I just don't think we could do that without getting caught, but if Mike says we can, I'm cool with it, I guess. Okay. We did it in 2 seconds flat.
Fine. We put him in the laundry basket thing. Go inside, find a fucking janitor's closet, then put him in the drum in the janitor's closet, and then
Okay,
we
whatever.
proceed.
That works for me.
Does that work for
Doesn't really
everybody?
matter.
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Aye.
So anyway, we put his body in the drum.
his body
And
is
we're
in the
there.
drum.
He sneaks us in through the side entrance with the key that he's got under a cart, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense.
How are the rest of you planning on getting in?
I mean, we could just... It's a casino. Like, we could try to buy tickets to something and then sneak around when we're in there.
So obviously I need to get sneaked in, but those two could probably just walk in.
I would say this is how nice I am. I think if I think the drum is big enough to get Josh and one other person in, just like in the drum.
Fuck yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? I gotta get in the drum with Josh.
Josh's
Yep,
body.
get in the drum, bitch.
Well, you know him the best, so it makes sense.
I hate him the most.
Yeah, you can have some parting words with him.
All right, fine. I'll climb in the stupid drum with Josh. Make this quick. I don't want to fucking stick around in here too long.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get you out of there. No problem.
And because Dale like critically succeeded on that keep it cool, I'm gonna say that the guards at the loading dock don't even question like why this guy that just rolled out a drum is now rolling it back in. They just like, okay, yeah, sure thing. And
Slightly different drum.
Laundry truck pulled up to the wrong dock.
yeah,
I
okay,
just went
whatever,
and
man.
met him.
And so Dale and Ezra are inside in the basement area of the Luxor. Cris and Bobby, what's the plan for you two? You do have tickets to the show.
We have tickets.
Oh.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, I was just gonna walk in. I was just waiting for Bobby to come up with something crazy before I did that.
It is trivially easy for Bobby and Cris to like get in the casino and even get into the auditorium, which is a theater that probably can seat like 1,500 people. And like you were able to go in and hand over your tickets and take a seat if that's what you want to do. But like getting to places where you're not supposed to be, I want you guys to figure out what you're doing to achieve that. What is Bobby's plan now? Like the body is making its way inside. Where does he want to be to advance this idea?
So ultimately, I want to get backstage.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
It's too bad you don't have a guy on the inside
That
currently
is too bad.
with a means of letting you in through doors.
So Bobby and Cris are going to try and make their way to the backstage area. And I mean, you guys also see that like as you are getting closer to places where you should not be, that there is like extremely high security. You see that like sort of the entrance to the backstage area, you can sort of peek into that from a public place without gathering too much attention. You see that there's a doorway and there's a guy, big guy in a suit with an earpiece and a clipboard, and another guy walks up fully painted head to toe in purple. And the security guy stops him, has him show identification, has him like sign a form, and then lets one of the purple guys backstage.
I want to go find a bathroom, and I want to tag it and try to mark it with my sigil, because then I might be able to control the doors and locks and windows if I can do it successfully. Which I don't know if that, but like maybe we find some doors. We still got to get past the guy. But like, honestly, this is kind of a dead in the water. We kind of have to get around him, I think. Unless we can distract him or something.
There's one guard.
I mean, at this particular door, there's one person who is like checking identification.
Does he have a name tag?
Yes, it says Gloria. This is like a 6'2" bald man, but his name tag says Gloria.
I'd like to channel magic.
Okay, roll for that.
That's a 10.
So you get, what, like 3 points of magic?
Yup.
Very good.
Oh, nice.
And I would like to spend 1 to mentally link with this guard.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Okay.
That's wild.
You channel your magic and you tap into Gloria's mind. And I think the first thing you hear is just him like humming a song to himself.
That's what I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie, I'd been disappointed.
Baby shark shark doo 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 doo.
Oh my
Baby
God.
shark doo 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 doo.
Stop.
Baby shark doo doo.
Stop humming that before we get claimed.
What?
Gloria, you have failed this city.
You see this guard just like immediately like snap out of it and like starts like looking around to up and down the hallway.
I'm just gonna walk down the hall like a normal person, away from him, while I keep, taunting him and talking to him in his head.
Yes. Look over there. You see me, don't you? In the depths of your despair.
What? What's going on?
You forgot to call your grandmother. You promised.
Grandma? You've been dead for 4 years.
No. But the dead never forget, my dear. They never, ever forget. You must make amends.
I would like you to roll to... I mean, this sounds to me like a mislead, distract, or trick.
Yeah, that works for me.
So go ahead and roll for that. And I'll give you a +1 for your use of your magic on that.
Oof, that's a 7.
Oh, a 7 will be a hit. So they are fooled at least for a moment. You get to pick 2. You create an opportunity, you expose a weakness or flaw, you confuse them for some time, or you avoid further entanglement.
I would like to create an opportunity to get back there and confuse them for some time.
The guy rushes back, like abandons his post at the door and like runs into the backstage area that he was guarding. And he's like, hey. Let's cut over to Bobby, and you are in the bathroom and you are busting out some spray paint. What is this? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna, just do some light vandalism in the bathroom. And by light, pretty extensive. I think I'm just gonna do all the stalls. And I'm gonna tag them with my signature.
He's gonna paint them all yellow, the opposite of purple.
Great. What is this move?
It is Mark of the Beast. So when I mark a building with a sigil or sign, I can roll spirit to see if I can lay claim to it.
Okay, do that.
That is an 8.
And what does an 8 on that move give you?
On a 7 to 9, pick 1. So it's sense who is in the building at all times, control the doors, locks, and windows, or conceal the building's location or true function. I want to control the doors, locks, and windows.
I am not 100% sure whether this is like the full intent of this, because this is like, I don't know, not just a building in my mind, but I do want to roll with it. I want to let you use the thing. So
Let's go.
you stretch out your hand now that you have this magical connection, and you like flex your fingers, and one of the bathroom stall doors just like swings wildly open.
Fuck yes.
And you realize that you have, for now, laid your mark. You have added this place of power to your territory.
You put some stank on it.
Gross.
And you walk out of the bathroom. You see Cris walking down a hall further away from you. And you see the guy that was at the door sort of like freaking out and run into the backstage area.
I want to try to tail him a little bit. I'm like, what's going on? Did Cris is just in the hallway right now?
Cris is just in the hallway right now. And as you begin to approach this door, you see a couple of beat cops walk out of the door. Don't pay any attention to you, but begin walking down the hallway in the direction of Cris.
Pretty high right now, so I'm not concerned. And I just go to the backstage area.
You enter the backstage area, and nobody immediately notices you, but you do see that it is quite crowded back here. You see that there are maybe a dozen guys that are painted head to toe in purple that are gathered around talking, preparing for what they're about to do. You see that there are cops, there are security guards that are patrolling, that are standing at attention at a larger door sort of further to the back of the backstage area. And you see that door opens and a couple of these cops stop whoever is coming in with a large drum. Dale, you are entering the backstage area, and a couple of cops, they like quickly check your ID, but again, you rolled super well on keeping your cool. It doesn't seem like they recognize you right away as you have your baseball cap pulled low. And so you are able to push the drum with Ezra and Josh into the backstage of the Purple Guys show. And Cris, as you are walking away, you notice that two cops are tailing you. Who is doing what?
Do I see Bobby at the other end of the backstage?
I think as you glance around, sure, you clock him standing at a door that clearly leads into a hallway some distance away from you.
I'd like to make my way over toward him.
I saw the drum coming in, so I definitely head in that direction.
I mean, heading in that direction is just walking openly into this huge group of people, Bobby.
Ooh, no, gross. Forget that. No, I'm not doing that. It's too many people.
There's a lot of people back here.
Yeah, well, that means they're less likely to notice one more.
You're right. I have to be confident. I just try to keep my cool. And I try to nonchalantly, but also, I mean, I let him make his way over a little bit and nonchalantly kind of slip over. Kind of try to push us towards the corner or something.
Okay, I would like you to roll with spirit to keep your cool as you stride into the backstage area, acting like you belong.
I'm feeling bad about this one. Let's
I
go.
Shut your mouth.
Don't know what you're talking about. This is definitely going to work. That was an 8, bro. That was an 8.
It could have been worse.
Okay. I'm going to be mean about this one.
All right.
Yeah, I thought
I'm
you
ready
might
for
be.
it.
We've had some good rolls today.
It works, but it costs you something. And this is not something that like you get to choose. This is just the MC will tell you what it's going to cost you. You begin to walk into the room confidently. Nobody looks at you. Nobody looks at you at all. Nobody pays any attention to this new man who shouldn't be there. But that's because you hear, "Hey, wait a minute, what's that?" And as you look up, you see that there is a handsome Japanese-American man in a windbreaker
So handsome.
So handsome.
So
I think
handsome.
he's a little overrated.
No, he's hot, guys.
Oh my god.
Nobody's that straight.
Who is crouching down at the entrance that Dale just pushed the drum through. And he takes a gloved finger and he wipes it across the ground and raises it up to the air. He sniffs it and he rises dramatically.
Oh no.
There's a trail of blood. And Dale, you can't help but look down as you see a small pool of blood has gathered at the base of the drum, leaking out of Josh's body.
Is this guy not bled out yet? Jesus.
And it has been dripping. And there is a trail that leads to you.
Whoops.
I'm gonna have to investigate this further on the next episode of Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Knittle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.